スが変だぞ。
姉ちゃん、姉ちゃん。
Ni-chan. Also, if I was the father, I'd be a little pissed at this kid shouting "Sister!" at the top of his lungs while stood in the middle of the house, where it's not going to do any good.
地獄から戻ってきたぞ。ディオ。生きてたのか、ジョジョ。
No.
ディオ様、ここは俺たちに奴の処刑を命令してください。
Whilst most looked like an amalgamation of different animals, this one was clearly an older, ugly man mixed with a simple frisbee.
この牙の歯型としてくれましょう。
Terrible puns are my fucking thing. Get your own.
気化冷凍法。相手の体内の水分を一瞬にして気化させることから熱を奪い凍らせる。
Perhaps instead of talking about it at fucking length, you should go in and help him.
ダイヤさん。
Jojo, I love you, dude, but you did only know him for about the last 20 minutes.
スピードワゴン。
Catching a sword that you can't see is coming. Originally, the pair were stood right near each other in the room, seemingly mere feet apart. However, seconds later, they're now quite a distance away from each other.
スピードワゴンが判断する限り、ディオの動きのスピードは動物の境界か。セペリさんの破門法を身につけた今なら見切ることは可能。
Why are you narrating the battle in front of them?
今だ。うまい。ディオの右へ回り込んだ。右目は四角になっている。
Don't give away his move, you shonen-esque narrator.
コリコリ弾力ある頸動脈に触っているぞ、ジャジャー。
That is straight up disgusting to me.
ディオ。
Don't cry. The dude was a fucking cunt to you your entire life.
まったく重てえな。何が入ってんだ？シルク。ゆうべ妙な東洋人が来て頼まれたんだよ。
That's weird Asianism.
誇り高きジョナサン・ジョースターがこの腕の中にいる幸せです。
それは僕も同じさ。心が暗く冷えてしまった時。
When you are so in love that you can literally communicate thoughts via telepathy.
待て。お前は。ボディ。来たか。ディオ。
Instead of chatting, just go and punch the guy and kill Dio.
さっきのジョナサンの様子普通じゃない。
Yeah, as JoJo just stated out loud and loudly in front of you, Dio is alive! Man, that girl sure is forgetful.
勇気を、お前の魂を、パワーを尊敬している。それに気づいたからだ。
Fucking kill him.
我が肉体となって生きよう、ジョジョ。
Now this woman earns the Dumbass of the Year award for not just simply going back to her room and locking the door like he told her to. No, instead he shouted, "Dio is alive!" And then he ran off and she thought, well, I best go after him and see what's up. Idiot. Hey, remember when Lifebuoys used to be made out of steel? Yeah, me neither.
そしてワンちゃんが掴んで止めようとしているのは船の外輪スクリューシャフト。
So when Dio became a vampire, did it also give him the ability to read books ultra fast? Because since JoJo first took him on in this state, he's known about Hamon from the start and all of its abilities, etc. But he's also displayed a knowledge of just about everything else, up to and now including old steam engines and what their parts are called.
圧力が鉄壁の耐久度を超えた時、船は爆発する。
But how the f*** do you know all of this?
逃げるんだ、エリナ。この船を爆発させる。
Okay, and where the hell is she going to run if the ship's going to explode in the middle of the ocean?
船ごと爆破させようという思いつき、ジョジョ、
最後の最後まで屈服しないやつよ。
So if he can just float anyway, what is the point in being carried around in a jar beforehand?
こんなにたくさん。
Get your own sound effects, JoJo!
よースモーキー、とうとう捕まえたぜ。
That moment when you're caught stealing and forced to run on a tiny and slow treadmill.
それじゃ友人の名を言ってみる。ああ、うつならよ。
Okay, that's just straight up fucking gross. I'm not even gonna lie.
微妙ながら体温がある、脈拍がある。生きているんじゃこいつは。
What the hell, man? Another sound effect? Two can play that game. Just you guys wait until the very end of this video.
ほら、どこ目つけてぶらついたんだよ、スカタン。てめえのケツ、犬にでもキスさせてろ。早くどけほらこの。
Well now, I must admit that's a new one I've never heard of. What the hell is it even supposed to mean?
さらにおめえはこいつなぜ穴を開けられて生きていられるんだという。こいつなぜ穴を開けられて生きていられるんだ。
The thing I don't understand is that when JoJo keeps making these predictions, the people listen and then perfectly repeat it afterwards. I'll just be spiteful and say something slightly different, making my enemy look silly, and then attack!
いや、やはりお前の素質。放っとけば将来このストレイツ王の強大な敵となっていたろ。
The fact that for a second time now after being attacked, this guy stands like he's a woman in desperate need to take a whiz.
この材質は人体よりも波紋の伝導率がはるかに高く散らしてしまう。
Giving away your secret of protection against Hamon.
よく見ろ、今振り払った手榴弾は。こいつ。
The idea that JoJo managed to place 11 fucking grenades onto the dude's scarf. Also, how on earth did he get all of them to stick to the scarf in the first place? Grenades tend to explode and not just light on fire.
化け物。
Everyone watching this outside is neither A, screaming in fear, or B, trying to run away. That's 2 cents.
リオダダ川で重傷で発見された老人の意識が回復しました。遺跡の場所を聞き出せます。
For keeping Speedwagon alive, I'm removing a sin.
残りの者は全員今日で釈放しよう。
Here, all of the prisoners look to be black, but then a few seconds later, most of them are white?
何？聞こえないぞ。
Being able to speak fluently with your tongue hanging completely out of your mouth.
おお、起き上がるぞ。
That is not standing.
待て。
How can Speedwagon see what is going on inside the bottom of the test chamber when he's at the top and well away from the windows?
壁に向かって走っていくぞ。まさか。
Who was filming him? How did they get such good up close shots?
自分の肉体を折りたたんで入っていった。
It would seem the Germans even decided to place a camera inside of the tiny vent at the top of the room. Why, you ask? Don't be so silly as to ask such an obvious question.
おい貴様、空気供給管のそばに立っているんじゃない。危険だ。
Ignoring orders and also being way more brave than anyone would be in a situation wherein you've just witnessed a man break up his whole skeleton in order to fit inside of a tiny vent.
貴様らか。俺の眠りを邪魔したのは。
喋った。この短い時間で我々の言葉を学習してしまったんだ。
Yes, and he somehow managed to learn words that weren't actually spoken by anyone during the entire episode, such as slumber.
こいつも太陽に弱いのか。何をしているジョースター。
Asking this question after JoJo only just asked, does sunlight hurt him?
何
なんだこれは。ミートインベイド、別名ニックギン肉片。
Why not simply have the Nazi dude run up the stairs and quickly open the door?
あとはせめてこのストロハイムに任せてもらうぞ。
Stop, dude. Don't do a bloody speech. Just open the damn door and save the world.
あのつけこましいタコが俺たちの会いに来たゼペリだと。
Zeppeli's grandson just so happens to look exactly like Dio. Necessary upskirt shot?
それ見たことか。俺のじいさんはお前の祖父が足手まといになったおかげで斬死したのだ。
Considering this guy talked just now about knowing all about his grandfather and having strong family ties and bonds, he clearly doesn't know what actually went down that night, given that JoJo did not get in the way.
さっき首を絞められた時、女の子の口の中に波紋を食らわした小鳩を入れておいたので。
I don't even know where to begin with that statement. Is he saying he grabbed a pigeon beforehand and shoved it down her throat without anyone noticing? It's animal cruelty, it's woman cruelty, and it's Zeppeli cruelty. It's just so damn cruel.
しゃべった。
作った光でこのアムーを縛ったままにできるか。
Considering the first Pillar Man couldn't speak until he'd listened to the soldiers for a while, I'm curious as to how this dude managed it so quickly, having only been awake for about 30 seconds. It's like a reverse Mexican wave. It's a German fall.
なんだこれは。これは
Deflated Nazi balloons!
人間の皮だ。
Oh, yeah, right.
シーザー、殺してくれ。早く僕を殺してくれ。
This guy's still being alive even though he is now only half the man he used to be.
ジョースター、ジョセフ・ジョースター、ジョースター。